are so many stars about to take the field, just one sleep away. But there's players that we personally are most excited to see.
Yeah, the one guy that I'm excited to see is running back for the Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry. And as I was sitting at home yesterday, I was trying to figure out how can I make this jump off the TV for those at home across all ages. And I thought I'll think about famous Henrys. And he's going to have to embody all of the famous Henrys that I do know. So we know his running style is very smooth. He's not the guy that's going to go and shake you down to the ground. So he needs to be as smooth as Harry Winkler. For those who don't know who that is, that's the Fonzie.
Yo, sit on it, Potsy.
And he's a big frame, right? What's his nickname? Tractorcito?
Tractorcito.
He's a big frame running back, so he's going to have to play big like Mark Henry. And you guys know WWE. That's the big boy right there. He came out the stands. That's actually how he got to start in the WWE. And he's going to have to get those hard yards. There's going to be some 4th and 1s, some 3rd and 2s. They're going to stack the box, so he's going to have to play strong like Henry Cavill, the Superman. He's going to have to be the Superman for this squad, as much as we love Marcus Mariota. And to end it off and wrap it all together, he's going to have to make his mind up to leave his stamp on every drive like Henry Ford. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Stamp on every drive.
Buy that car.
Listen, this is what I want to see out of Derrick Henry. Out of all the guys that are going to need to step up for their team, this is going to have to be him. Last week he had 156. He had 85 in the 4th quarter. And that's how you ice a game. The Titans are 7-0 when he rushes for more than 100 yards. That's including the playoffs. 7-0. So for as much as we're going to be watching Mariota, right? This is the growth of Mariota, maturity of Mariota. Derrick Henry can win this game for the Tennessee Titans. If he rushes for 150 and he ices the 4th quarter and he keeps Tom Brady on the sideline, he doesn't get Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniels, all these guys that we know as legends on the field and legends in the mind, the chance to beat the Titans, Derrick Henry, this could be on your shoulders.
My man.
I could not agree more.
Yeah, that's right.
Derrick Henry is the key to that offense. All right. Let's talk about some other guys that we're all excited to see coming off a great win against the Rams, coming off a great season last year. I want to talk about Matt Ryan. This is the guy, because that was last season and that was last week. This is not that. This offense averaging 11 points a game less this whole year, which is either a wild drop-off that we can criticize or completely reasonable considering how they were playing out of their mind for one season. Matt Ryan, I think, has more to prove this year than maybe anybody. Collapse aside, it's about him, his legacy, his career. Was that MVP season an anomaly? I've said it. The numbers bear it out. Taking a look at the numbers, that one season last year was so incredible. The rest of them, not as incredible nearly. Please show us that we're wrong, Matt Ryan. It's your opportunity. He did that last week, and I couldn't think of a better opportunity than for him to go into the link and prove that this time around. A week on the road, just 30 miles away from where he grew up. Take a look at Matt Ryan, you guys.
We got a shot at Matt Ryan.
That is William Penn Charter School in Philadelphia. He is on the Quakers hoops team, guys.
Who's a tall drink of milk in the middle?
Yeah, man.
That's a Venus bonus.
Matt Ryan's from there, so there's a lot to this. The Falcons are favorites, which is sort of weird, but do I think they just waltz on into the link and take care of business and crush the Eagles? No, this Eagles defense is tough. They force a lot of turnovers. The Falcons certainly haven't all season. The Eagles have the #1 run defense. Do you think that they are going to give the ball to Freeman and Coleman 39 times effectively? That might not happen. I think it's a lot to do with Matt Ryan. He's 1-3 against the Eagles in his hometown. He's there. He's got everything to prove. I can't wait to see him do it.
Step up.
You nailed that. I think Matt Ryan's going to have to win this game. And it's none of this, I'm a passenger. Devontae, you do the heavy lifting with that run D. I think he has to win it. The MVP. Got to come back.
Can you tell you when it gets to the playoffs, it's not don't lose me the game, Blake Bortles or Matt Ryan. It's no, step up and make a play. Like, I would like to see them come out and start fast.
Yeah, aggressive.
That basketball picture was great. Who knew Kristaps Porzingis is from Philly?
Incredible.
They have an 8-footer on that team.
The Quakers.
Yeah, the Quakers. I'm looking forward to seeing a guy. We're all looking forward to seeing Jalen Ramsey. All right, we can all agree the Jaguars corner is a star, but he is not a superstar, not yet. And I think this is fascinating because I believe in their entire history, the Jacksonville Jaguars have never had a defensive superstar. Never, ever. Now, look, they've had some great players. Kevin Hardy, Rasheed Mathis, they've had great players, but never a star, never a household, never a J.J. Watt or Darrell Revis or John Lynch. They have not had that, and this is the guy, if you go and you beat Pittsburgh and you work Antonio Brown, you are a superstar. Here's the thing. You don't become a star in this league playing the Colts at the 1 p.m. kickoff on a Sunday. You don't become a superstar in this league beating the Bills on Wild Card Weekend. But again, you go against Antonio in Heinz Field. There's another Florida State corner who says if you ball, you get the call. If you work Antonio on Sunday, on Monday you're getting the call from Verizon and Pepsi and Bose. You are Main Street. You are a superstar. Now, it could go very differently, too. Antonio is a bad dude. It reminds me of, the scene in Heat, the diner scene where Pacino says this thing and then De Niro goes, okay, there's a flip side to that coin. What if you do got me boxed in? What if I got to put you down? Because I will not hesitate, not for a second. Now, there is a long history, guys, in all of sports of this young, exciting player coming into the league and saying, this is my league, I got this now. And then an old maid guy, a dog, being like, get over here. I'm going to give you a whooping. We saw this. Lonzo Ball, he went up against Kyrie Irving this year, and he got played right off the court. Get out of my league. So what I'm saying is Jalen has a very bright future. He's a very talented guy. But Antonio Brown, who is a huge X factor with the injury, could still work him this weekend. And if he does that, then we're spending the whole offseason being like, yeah, Jalen's great, but man, remember that Steelers game? That did not end well. He could become a superstar or become a TBD this weekend, and I know he's going to have something to say about it. Cannot wait.
Love it. Love it. Player I'm excited to see. What were you doing April 3rd, 2017? April 3rd, just last year, April 3rd. Why do I bring up April 3rd? Actually, I went to the NFL.com homepage. Here were the leading stories on NFL.com on April 3rd. Number one, the announcement that the Rams are going to be featured on the Amazon series All or Nothing. Cool. That's the number one story in the offseason. Number two, Bucky Brooks, a draft analyst, released his third mock draft. Very excited. I clicked on it. Mitchell Trubisky to the Texans. What could have been? Number three, Mike Mayock announces his top 5 running backs. Leonard Fournette went as number 1 over Dalvin Cook. Why do I say all this? Because the number 4 story on NFL.com on April 3rd, 2017, was this news. Will Selva, take it away.
The Vikings have agreed to terms with Case Keenum on a 1-year deal worth $2 million. This according to NFL Network's Mike Garafolo. Keenum started the first 9 games last season for the Rams before losing the job to top pick Jared Goff.
The best part about it, the next story is Tim Hightower signs with the 49ers. And they were handled like, this is a guy who put up MVP numbers this year, Case Keenum, and he was the 4th story underneath Bucky Brooks' mock draft, the 3rd mock draft. And look at some of these plays. This is Thanksgiving to Kyle Rudolph, a national coming out party for this guy. He lit it up, and Case Keenum said, wait a second now, I'm not just some backup quarterback. I'm a quarterback to be reckoned with. This was his coming out party, of course, but he also had an incredible game against the Buccaneers where he threw all over that defense. And then lastly, we know what he did in the biggest of games when they took on the Rams, and everyone was talking about Todd Gurley. Case Keenum got the job done. So guys, I've been talking about Case Keenum all season long, all this stuff. The Vikings, they sent us a little package here.
Oh boy, here we go, Peter. Peter's right. What they send?
Peter spoils us.
Never cease to amaze me,
We've got a case of our own. This comes from the Vikings. Let's get this. It says, bring it home. And this is what they're saying.
What is going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is from the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, baby.
Each one of you, can we get the camera here? What does that say?
Bring it home, baby.
Bring it home.
Does that match my shirt?
Each one of you is going to get one.
Thanks,
But wait,
Vikings.
we're not done yet.
Oh, wait a minute.
Also, they've got a little bit of this going on right now. Bring it home. Hashtag bring it home. It's hard not to get caught up in this Vikings bandwagon right now. And I'll tell you what, at the front of this Vikings bandwagon is a quarterback who was the 4th story on NFL.com when he was signed by the team. The Minnesota Vikings might go all the way. They might bring this thing home. And I'll tell you who's going to be leading them. Mr. Case Keenum.
Yeah! Bring it home!
Bring it home.
That's incredible. You know what I love about that, Strager? Is as that news hit probably happened, most fans were like, who cares?
That's the point.
And now you
Tim Hightower signing with the 49ers. He didn't make the 49ers. Was the same.
Here's to you, man.